Well, I've got 3 additional rows stripped out, ready for some more Haskap bushes. 6 feet wide to accommodate the Haskap bushes, which grow to be 6 feet wide, 3 feet on each side. So what I'm going to do today in the construction of this Haskap orchard is I'm going to be marking out 6 feet increments with some sticks. It's going to basically mark out the planting locations of each bush. I'm going to dump a wheelbarrow full of dirt basically around each stake, which will supply the plant with ample space to spread its roots out and grow. And then eventually I'm going to fill in the gaps with some fresh sawdust and spruce wood chips and spruce mulch. So let's see how much of this project we could tackle today. Alright, so I got a long 2x4 here, and I put it across the 6 foot wide row because I want to find where it is level, and I want to make sure that I'm planting the bushes just slightly below where that 2x4 sits. So here it seems about right. I'm going to add some more dirt just to come up to the base of the plant here, and then this will be good to go. So as you can see here, I've got 4 Haskap bushes in the ground. I've got some good soil surrounding it. And I'm going to fill in the gaps in between the bushes and get the rows nice and snug, filled with some wood chips and some sawdust. And that'll hopefully keep everything nice and snug and in its place. And then I'll get these plants watered. I think it's probably best just to start planting 4 bushes at a time, get them situated with soil and wood chips, and then go from there. Just so the task doesn't seem too daunting. 4 at a time and slowly work my way down to the end of the row. Then once I've got this row completed and filled with bushes that are planted, then I'll get to the final 2 rows. It's a big job, but I want to take my time and make sure I do it properly and do it right. So what's up next is I'm going to grab my quad, going to hook my small little quad dump trailer to it, and I'm going to fill it up with mulch. And then what I'm going to do is bring the material over here and get to it. All right, well, I got my first load complete. Here's a pile of sawdust and wood shavings that I got from a local sawmill firewood operation, probably 10 kilometers east of me. It says 36 yards they got dumped off. I mean, the price was right. Delivery wasn't too expensive just because that operation was so close to me. And it seems to do the trick. It keeps the weeds down if you lay it on thick. Then eventually it's going to break down and feed the roots and add nutrients to the soil. And contribute to the well-being of the plants. A lot of people say just lay down landscape fabric and be done with it, but the problem with that is it's not farming naturally, and inevitably that stuff breaks down and you're going to end up with a bunch of plastic in your soil, and that shit doesn't go away. So I don't want to mess around with that. Plastic doesn't feed the soil as it breaks down, but wood chips do. So I chose wood chips, and it's doing things the hard way because weeds are still going to creep in, but it's my preferred method of farming and homesteading. Alright, so that is 1 trailer full of wood chips and sawdust, and that covered one plant. So got my work cut out for me. That's going to be 24 plants per row, 3 rows. That is going to be 72 trips with this quad and little dump trailer. But that's okay. Little exercise didn't hurt anyone. Alright, so here is the progress so far. Got most of the second row planted and mulched. Third row I've laid down some good rich soil, spaced it out 6 feet increments, and now I'm going to be doing the same for the fourth row here. So I've just got to measure this out. It's about 145 feet long, and going to be staking 6-foot widths with some of those sticks I found in the woods. Then I'm going to be dumping some more soil. And then from there, I might start planting some more of those Haskap bushes, or maybe I'll start filling in the gaps with mulch. Haven't decided yet, but definitely a time-consuming endeavor here, expanding this orchard, but I'd like to get it done here in the next 2-3 days so I can move on to other projects. Alright, so it's just after 7 p.m. and I started at 7 a.m. this morning. And as you can see, I've got this third row almost completely mulched. I probably have another 10 trips to go. Here's a fourth row, no mulch at all. It's probably going to be another day-long project at least. But anyways, working at my own pace, not taking too many breaks. And when this project gets done, it gets done. So, starting to look like an orchard at least. And it's May 23rd. So, I think this will be done before the start of June. So that's good. June 1st, I could start working on my greenhouse and put some more seeds in the ground. I think I'll start putting in some bean seeds. That Honda 4-Trax quad is definitely carrying a lot of the workload. Just with that trailer, it's pulling behind it. Yeah, it's great for hauling mulch. It's got a lot of power. Hasn't quit on me yet. And there's a lot of stopping and starting with that machine. Just getting to and from the mulch pile and then shutting the engine off. You know, I've done that probably 50 times today. Not great, but yeah, handy little machine, and it's going strong. And I'm lucky I have it. So I'm gonna make a few more trips today, and then I'm gonna shut her down and continue on with this project tomorrow. Alright, so I've begun planting the third row of Haskaps. And this row is going to be a rotation between a variety called Boreal Blizzard and Boreal Beast. And those two work well together and pollinate one another. Beast is the primary pollinating plant that you're going to want. Another variety that works well with Beast is Beauty. I've got a few of those I could plant as well. I already have I would say 10 to 12 plants in that first row that I planted 4 years ago of beauties, and they taste pretty good as well. But yeah, for the third row, it's going to primarily be a rotation of one beast for every two blizzard varieties. So for my pollination sequencing, I've got Blizzard, Blizzard, Beast, Blizzard, Blizzard, Beast, Blizzard, and then continuing on with another Blizzard. So you can see the Beasts grow a lot more upright, not as thick and full to start as the Blizzards. So the day is winding down and I'm just about to move my temporary deer fence. I am going to try and capture 2 rows instead of 1 with a full temporary enclosure. That will free up some space for some other temporary fencing I'm going to be putting around a lot of these plants as they get installed. There's a big problem around here with deer. At any given time I probably have a mother and her 2 1-year-old fawns on my property or within a kilometer. This is their home range. And I also get moose coming on to the property as well, and given the opportunity they will definitely chomp down these bushes that I just planted, especially since they've got a lot of tender new growth. So time to make some adjustments here to the fence, and hopefully that'll do the trick. Because I know if I don't overnight, I'm going to be losing sleep over it and possibly coming back this morning to the orchard with some half-eaten brand new Haskap bushes, which is never a good thing. It was plus 30 today, plus 30 in Canadian weather, Celsius, and it was windy. The exact conditions you don't want to be planting Haskap bushes in. It's been a bit of a race here, getting that last row in, and watering the existing 2 rows that I've already planted. So I've been throwing as much water as I can on those. The wind has finally died down. It's a little cloudy, so that's also helping as well. And up ahead, you'll see I cut some trees down. These are pretty much garbage trees. They grow like weeds through their root system, and they create a lot of these other little trees, and eventually they're going to creep into this Haskap orchard. So I need to do something about that. I need to start digging like a trench and figuring out where the roots are coming to. I got to get rid of these existing trees too. The reason I cut these down was because I didn't want the tree to fall down on the row of planted Haskaps. So I did that here before I put in the last 6. You could see a couple definitely fell in the pathway of the Haskap row here, so glad I cut that down with the Sawzall. And I'm gonna get the last 6 in here before it starts raining. Add some more soil and create a well for watering, and then well, that should be it for putting Haskaps in the ground, except of course for some gaps I've got here. I'm waiting on my supplier to supply me with a few specific varieties that I'm gonna need for that row. That row is Aurora and Borealis, and I've run out of those. And I've also run out of mulch, so that's not good. I'm gonna have to find a different cheap mulch supplier. I wish there was more tree services in my area, because then I'd get access to free mulch. But anyways, this project's taken a lot longer than I would have liked it to, but it's a lot of work for just one person to do.